Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we've got some topics to discuss in the realm of celebrity news and gossip. First and foremost, Dwayne Wade was honored with a statue with his long career at the, in Miami with the Miami Heat NBA team. And why did they do him dirty with this statue, you guys? They have him looking like Lawrence Fishburne. That is not D. Wade. I do not understand the disrespect that is taking place. I don't understand if these athletes and anybody else that's getting honored with a statue, if they can see a preview or a sketch or something before this is unveiled, because the video was so funny, and the meme of which I had captured of Wade and his son looking at each other like, what the heck is this? This isn't me. Why did y'all play me like this after all the years I gave to your organization, and you're gonna have me looking like Lawrence Fishburne from The Matrix? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I don't understand. Have we lost the funding in the arts, you guys? Is everybody just doing AI generated everything and just not giving a crap about what somebody looks like on a statue? But I mean, they did a pretty good job with Michael Jordan's statue, so I don't understand, how we just get it wrong like this, right? So that's that. So Meg Thee Stallion has released some type of Act 2 album that is only going to be projected to sell 10,000 in its first week, and Meg Thee Stallion and her people were blaming Apple Music, but Spotify and others basically came out and said, hey, your songs were nowhere to be found. I feel like I don't understand the marketing strategy that Megan and Rock Nation are coming up with. It seems like she reacts to anything any other female rapper is doing, whether it's Cardi B, whether it's Nicki Minaj, whomever. All of a sudden, if they have a project, she's got a project. All of a sudden, if they have a tour, now she's got a tour. And it feels like she was trying to ride off of the success of Glorilla's album that is going to, I believe, sell, 45,000 at least units in the second week. I feel like she was trying to ride that wave, and it did not go the way that she was hoping. I don't think people realize that Meg Thee Stallion as a rap artist, I feel like a lot of it, she gets a lot of social media love, but it never translates when it counts, when it's time to actually go out and purchase the album, when it happens to go out and actually stream. So, because I always felt like a lot of her stuff, were TikTok challenges that would go viral, but where is the longevity in getting people to continuously listen to your music? And that's the piece that I've always struggled with. I always felt as though she has all this success, she gets all these awards, these magazine covers, she gets all these deals, but when it's time to support and actually put, your money where your mouth is and buy her albums, it's not happening. And then I don't want to hear the excuse, oh, it's an EP, or this is an extension of the previous album, or this is a mixtape, or this doesn't really count as a full album. No. No. Everything that you've released with the intent for it to go #1 on Billboard. And if it did not go #1 on Billboard, or if it underperforms, that's a reflection on either you, your team, your fans. Something is not connecting. So as much as you want to hype up, Meg Thee Stallion, whether it's a verse or a song or a visual, something is not translating. And then we have an update regarding the Tory Lanez case. So apparently they do not have record of the gun residue, the fragments, all of these things from evidence that's missing. As he's trying to, again, work on another appeal. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that Tory Lanez is innocent, because I see people running with that narrative.
it means we need to find where the evidence is, right? Like, obviously, if you're trying to get a new trial and you feel that this evidence is significant enough to prove you're innocent, where's the evidence? But with that being said, you know, it's the conspiracy theories are theorying, and they're like, you know, this isn't right. Free Tory Lanez, you know, this is a corrupt system, blah, 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 blah. But my thing is this. If Tory Lanez knew that he was innocent and knew that he was in the wrong or alleges that Kelsey did it or whatever, why didn't he get on the stand? Isn't the best defense yourself if you know you didn't do something? Isn't that your opportunity to sit there in front of everybody, including the jury that has your future in the balance on whether or not you're going to be free? Why didn't you take the stand? Oh, you thought it was going to be a slam dunk case? And you saw all of the stuff going on with the different witness tampering and the different things that was going on with this court system and the different changes of the different teams and all of these things that was happening. You thought this was going to be an open and shut case and it was going to be organized? No. You've got to be over prepared. You've got to be over on top of things. And I think, you know, honestly, you know, guilty or innocent or whatever, I think Tory Lanez's team did a poor job. Like point blank period. They did a poor job, and there's no reason why Tory Lanez shouldn't have been able to take the stand and defend himself if in fact he did not shoot Meg. But I see people, they're already going, you guys. They're already going. So that is the latest on that. So we'll wait for updates to see what's going to happen with that. If they can try to prove any type of misconduct or any of that, we'll keep you posted. Now we need to talk about this Beyonce, Kamala Harris, Kelly Rowland, Tina Knowles stuff, you guys, because there's backlash. Yes, there is backlash. There are, you know, Beyonce's main demographic, because I feel like she's lost the white demographic a long time ago. They're going in on Beyonce. They're pissed off, and a lot of the fans are pissed off. Now, full disclosure, remember you guys when Hillary ran for president and Beyonce and Jay-Z, they were doing concerts, I believe in like Cleveland and Philadelphia. They were targeting certain markets, right? Well, let's just say your girl went to one of them, right? And basically the energy after Beyonce and Jay-Z performed, they started booing the Congress people. And the people that were trying to educate the people that were there to vote, to, you know, make sure that they're voting for Hillary Clinton. If they're not, you know, they were going through this whole spiel. And people were leaving. And people didn't care. People were like, I don't care what the Congress has to say. I'm just here to see Beyonce and Jay-Z. And so I knew with this whole thing with propping up Beyonce and Kamala Harris that this was not going to end well, because a lot of Beyonce's fans don't care about this. They don't. They just wanted to see her perform. And sure enough, what ends up happening is after all this time, I thought they would have Beyonce and Jay-Z, unless Jay-Z's out, you know, hiding somewhere, allegedly. But it seemed like, you know, Tina Knowles, it's crazy. The teleprompter said, comma, as in like a comma after, you know, a point in a sentence or whatever, to pronounce Kamala. Like I was just floored already off of that teleprompter. But then Beyonce coming out with Kelly Rowland, and Kelly Rowland dressed in a zoot suit from like the 1940s and having like this overly masculine getup, when Kelly Rowland is always, anywhere else she's at, she's always giving feminine, grown, and sexy. And there's so many feminine suits that Kelly Rowland could have wore, but they were purposefully, I felt, trying to dress her down and make her look ridiculous and make her fulfill the role that normally Jay-Z would have. And it seemed as though Beyonce was terrified to walk by herself and, you know, was squeezing Kelly Rowland's hand. And then Kelly Rowland, you know, does the rah, rah, rah. And then here comes Beyonce that's like, well, you know, I'm here because I'm a mother. It just didn't feel right. Because when is Beyonce, outside of accepting an award and outside of a concert and outside of these promo videos for Secret and everything else, do you hear Beyonce talking to you? Do you hear Beyonce in a live interview? Do you hear Beyonce going live and interacting with her fans? You don't. You don't. I feel this was a miscalculation on the Kamala Harris party. I feel like this was not needed because it has just revved up the other side and, you know, all the conspiracy stuff. And now people are pulling up old footage and old, you know, photos of Beyonce and Diddy and are trying to push certain narratives and all these things. It has increased the hate. And now you have black women, you guys, which was originally a major part of Beyonce's demographic, that is going off on social media and is saying, we don't care, we didn't want to, you know, if you're not performing, we didn't want it, right? We don't care what you have to say about politics and blah, blah, blah. Right? And this whole thing, and you need to be concerned about, you know, X, Y, and Z. I just feel the timing of this was horrible. And especially the international news outlets have called this out, that it looked like Beyonce was just trying to clear her image or try to distance herself from Jay-Z. Here's the thing, you guys. Honestly, I feel the only way Beyonce can effectively distance herself from Jay-Z is if she divorces him. If she does not divorce him and rebrand that she was manipulated or taken advantage of at a young age or whatever, and, you know, gives us a documentary and a new album and a new tour, I feel like her just trying to continue to work herself, you know, like a workhorse and pushing all this stuff out as a distraction and everything else, I just don't feel it's going to end well. Because if she's trying to be like Rihanna and selling, you know, different products and different businesses, it's not going to translate, because that was never Beyonce's brand. Beyonce's brand was always, you know, the power vocalist, the big time performer, all of these things, right? The only other option she has is to reunite with Destiny's Child, which would have been something a lot more motivating to do if Destiny's Child reunited and they performed something along the lines of Survivor and Independent Woman to get the crowd going in Houston. Where was Michelle Williams, you guys? Where was she, right? I thought that would have been more impactful than what Beyonce said. Because here's the thing. You can say that you're coming there as a mother, but then we see footage that you obviously left with private security and that you're obviously going to leave and go on a private plane to wherever you're going to go. So that trying to seem relatable like that isn't really moving the needle, you guys. So nonetheless, you know, it's just weird. It's just weird, and it's not going to resonate with the crowd, because the crowd that primarily was there for Beyonce, which is why they started booing after she left, was that they were there to see a concert. They thought, you know, with Beyonce's name, that there was going to be a concert. And I was trying to tell y'all, I think Beyonce's trying to move away from that. Something is not right. Because as much as they keep putting Beyonce's mom out there, Tina Knowles, to do stuff, something isn't making sense for her to continue to be Beyonce's mouthpiece. And, you know, and having to be the person to introduce her and all these things. Something is not right. Something weird is going on. And I don't feel that this helped anything. All this has done is just revved up more people who are angry, who feel as though, you know, this is a cover-up. Like, everybody's going crazy. They're like, this is a cover-up. This is not going to stop the Jay-Z stuff and all these things. And, you know, it's not, because I believe it's been 8 years or so. It hasn't, because Beyonce did not come out in 2020. She came out in 2012, and remember, she did the inauguration for Barack Obama, and then 2016 during the Hillary campaign she was out, but she was not out for 2020 at all for Joe Biden. So I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think Beyonce and Jay-Z necessarily are endorsing Kamala Harris per se, because it was Jay-Z that got the CEO of Roc Nation pardoned under Donald Trump. I think this was just a moment to try to quiet the noise, try to rehab Beyonce's image, because all of these other things were not working, and I feel like there's too much backlash. I feel like everything that Beyonce is doing right now is a wrong PR move for her. So hopefully her and Jay-Z can get it. Like I said, the best thing for her would be if she truly is getting a divorce, is going to be single, is going to rebrand as a solo artist, or is going to get Destiny's Child back together. But I feel like her ego will not allow Destiny's Child to get back together. Just like Justin Timberlake's ego will not allow NSYNC to ever get back together. Because they've experienced what it's like to be, you know, paid obviously on their own as a soloist, right? And obviously they probably feel that they're better than their bandmates and everything else and don't want to deal with any of the rigmarole. But I feel like, you know, where we're heading, you know, I don't feel we're heading down the right path. I don't think Beyonce has realized how much people are over her and over the publicity stunts and the shenanigans, and it's a lot louder now than before. And when you've allegedly stepped on all of the black singers to be the only one standing except for Rihanna, you know, and now you wake up one day in your 40s and you just expect to just do stuff because you're Beyonce and everything's going to be successful. Well, no, you've got to engage us. You've got to give us something. And people, you know, feel like the speech, you know, it just felt like it was more about branding Beyonce than it was anything else. And then people, you know, had a problem, like I said, with how they presented Kelly Rowland, and, you know, just all of the foolishness, right? Trying to, you know, play down Kelly Rowland to prop up Beyonce, just like all of Beyonce's career with Destiny's Child. Like, it just wasn't necessary. All of this other foolishness. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post some content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.